What's good, my peeps? The Ruck is back at you again with another action figure review, this time courtesy of G.I. Joe Classified series. We're talking about Kamakura, an Amazon exclusive. Yes, indeed, we see the new style packaging. You've got some crazy looking artwork of Kamakura as opposed to the clear packaging that we formerly got that displayed the figure. Those days are behind us. You also see a digital render of Kamakura down at our lower left, just above the G.I. Joe Classified series logo, and below we see the sticker, the banner that reads Kamakura. Looking at the side there, we have more artwork of Kamakura. It's actually a continuation artwork. If you look at that right there, as I turn it angle style, you see that it's all part of the same art. Going to the back, we have digital renders of Kamakura. One that shows he and all of the accessories that he comes with, and it also gives a list of the height. So that actually eliminates a segment. I don't have to go through the height. He's listed at 6.18 inches or 157 millimeters. Cool. And then you have another digital render of Kamakura with his maskless head on. On this side, you get the iconography of his specialties, and up top you get a listing of he's number 61. So which of course was also shown here, by the way. So yep, Classified is up that high already. 61 figs. It's crazy, but it is what it is. You can already see I've got Kamakura out of the packaging, looking at us as he stands by his packaging. So yeah, the next thing we can do is, one of the things that came in the packaging with Kamakura, his accessories come in these Foot Locker style boxes, as you can see here. Pretty cool. Turn it, you see it's got the number 61 up top. You've got the G.I. Joe insignia showing that he's one of the good guys. You've got a handle for carrying the Foot Locker, and then the back you've got the G.I. Joe symbol. You can also see the hinges for when you raise up the top. Hinges right there. I've already taken the liberty of cutting open the plastic. So all we have to do is open it up, and we get, put that to the side, we get everything that the accessories come in. So you see in some cardboard and taped to keep it secure. There's more in this cardboard, and then we get some sealed wax paper that has more of his accessories. We will check out those accessories in our next segment. Kamakura comes with a pair of swords. As you can see, one has some lime green striping at the top of the hilt there, but they're basically molded in black and then painted silver. Kamakura also comes with this, what I can only deem as a two-sided spear, and you see that it's molded in black, and the bladed portions are in silver. Those portions have some detail within it along from top to bottom, from the what we'll call the hilt to midway through. They've got like divots, imprints within them. And also this is supposed to be a sectional kind of blade, which is what these two accessories are supposed to represent, that you can basically separate them apart. It's the same exact, they're identical. And get a close-up of what I was talking about. If you can see that right there, we'll zoom in just a little bit closer. You can now see that detail I was speaking of on the blades themselves. You see there are, like I said, there's indentations along the blade. That's on both sides there, but it's essentially just in black. And then of course where it separates is also painted in silver. That's mimicked on or mirrored on both accessories. Kamakura also comes with this weapon. This I'm not up on my weapons. It's I'm sure it's not an Uzi, but you get the idea. Molded in a flat black. It's got detail on it, but of course because it's molded in flat black, you can't really see any too much distinction. Still very nice. And everything we've seen so far are the accessories that came in the cardboard pieces. Looking at the accessories that came in the wax paper, you have here a sheath, if you will, or at least a carry-on on the back of Kamakura for his twin swords. Kamakura also comes with this knife, which is just molded in a flat black, no paint apps at all, as well as a hand weapon, once again painted flat black, no paint apps at all. He also comes with this attachment. I guess it's the wrapping of his belt on his gi, his hood to put around his neck when he isn't wearing his mask, or when he doesn't have his hood up, to be more precise. And of course the aforementioned hood as well. You basically stick the mast head in and then put it on the body. Finally, Kamakura comes with a maskless head sculpt, and you can see looks pretty nice. Got some excellent detail there. I'm sure the face print technology was in effect here. No shading in the hair, but still looks pretty good. So we'll check this head out on the body a little bit later. We can now take a look at Kamakura himself. As you see him rotating on our base, giving you a 360-degree visual of the figure. And this is of course how he came out of packaging, so he's not equipped with anything, so you can just see. And of course he came out of packaging with the masked head sculpt on, so you see he's molded in that green, and it's not very complicated with his design, but he still is a pretty cool character. Let's take a closer look at him. So here we are looking at Kamakura a little bit closer up, and as you can see, as I was stating, he's pretty simplistic design, but still kind of cool. The head is molded in a blue. You see the eye slits for the mask. We've got looking at his eyes pretty nicely, as you can see. Right through there, it's done in such a way it actually looks like there's a mask over a face, so that's pretty nice that we've got that. And yep, that's basically all there is to it with the mask. And then going down the body, you see that the body's molded in a green, and it's got lime kind of green as the collar slash two sides of the his top there, and he's got that same lime green on the bottoms of his sleeves. Pretty cool. Going down, you've got his belt, which is like a bluish kind of gray, and it's got detail on it, but there are no paint at all. It's got pouches, or a pouch at least. Turning to the rear, there's nothing really going on back there. You see that peg there, that's for that belt attachment. Looking at the arms, you see that on his left arm, he's got that forearm guard there, and it's painted or possibly molded in that silver. The same thing with the hand guard there. He's got fingerless gloves, molded in blue, but of course the fingers are painted in, we'll call it Caucasian or skin tone. And other side, he's got tats going on, and he's got a wrist wrap painted in brown, and of course he's got that same hand guard in silver, and of course the fingerless gloves. Going down the body, the legs are molded in green, and of course he's got more of those. He's got knee guards and shin as well, as you can see there. And then of course there's his feet, which are small to say the least. His feet are pretty small. So that's basically what we got going on with our guy Kamakura. As far as his articulation goes, his head is on a dumbbell, the neck as well. So you can get some more action going there. He can look down that far. He can only look up that far. Once again, the dumbbell comes into play with that one. You get some rocking side to side. His head is kind of loose on that joint. Of course, he can 360 it. He's got butterfly joints at the shoulders, so that's going to make for some good action poses. He can get those shoulders up 90 degrees, and he can 360 it. He's got the bicep swivel. He's got pinless double jointed elbows. He also has the wrist swivel, and he's got the vertical hinge for the wrist that is on the right side as well. As far as his torso articulation is concerned, he's got an ab crunch, so he can go forward that far, and you're getting the ratchet clicks. He can go back way far. Wow. And then he's got a waist swivel, so you can get that. It's actually on a ball, so you can actually get some side to side going that way too. He's got drop down legs, as you can see there, which means he can do Van Damme splits for sure. He can lift his leg up to 90, go back a whole hell of a lot because of those drop down legs. He's got the thigh cut. He's got double jointed pinless knees. He's got a boot swivel right there at the boot. He can point his toes that far forward, that far up. He's got ankle pivot, and you know what time it is. Holes, pec holes at the bottom of his feet. But some poses and showing him equipped with his accessories. Here we have Kamakura with his down hoodie, looking like a bandana or scarf around his neck, his two swords, and of course the double-sided bladed weapon, aka the spear, looking pretty nice. I will say it's unfortunate that Kamakura comes with a boatload of accessories, but the only place to store them on his person are nowhere, with the exception of the swords, and that's it. Other than that, yeah, no storage. He doesn't have a sheath for the knife, a holster for his hand weapon, nothing. And here's Kamakura with the sectional spear in half, separated. And here he is, hood on and brandishing his swords. And here he is with his Uzi style weapon and his knife. I really wish he had a sheath for the knife at the very least. If not a sheath for the knife and a holster for the hand weapon. And of course I've got him with his maskless head sculpt on. And finally we have him, of course, with his maskless head sculpt and his hand weapon. Now for some comparisons, we've got our Kamakura next to the first army builder of the classified series. We've got the Red Ninja. And speaking of ninja, we now have Kamakura in between our recently reviewed Blue Ninja, both the male and female in their tribal masks. And finally, we've got Kamakura in between, on our right, Storm Shadow, number 35, and the number 2, Snake Eyes. So to sum it all up, the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Amazon exclusive Kamakura is another addition to the G.I. Joe Classified Series line, and a welcome one. It's a pretty cool character. Loads and loads of accessories. The caveat though is that there's no way to store them, with the exception of the swords. That's about it. He doesn't have any storage for his hand weapon or his knife, and I don't really expect any storage per se of the two-sided spear, and of course the accessories showing them separated. That's a technicality, but the handgun and the knife, I think, should have come with a holster and a sheath. But it is what it is. That's how it goes down. The other caveat is, I believe, in my estimation, Kamakura's feet are too small. Makes it a little problematic getting him in some nice dynamic poses. So that will be a challenge for anyone that has gotten this figure. And other than that, I think that it's a very cool figure. So that's going to conclude it for this review, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel while you're down there liking it, and definitely subscribe. It helps support the channel. If you've got any comments, leave them below. Questions, concerns, critiques, I'm here for them. And if you want to be notified for the next time I upload another video, while you're down there, hit that bell and notified you will be. On behalf of Kamakura, I am the Ruckus. Leaving you with this, remember, the hunt continues, and I'm out. Peace.